Hey, it's Mary from Vindulge and co-author of Fire and Wine Cookbook. And today we are going to be making an incredible winter stew. We are making an Irish-inspired beef stew with a little bit of stout beer. And we are using beef short ribs as our cut today, which is my favorite cut of beef. And this recipe and video is sponsored by Beef It's What's for Dinner on behalf of the Beef Checkoff. And it is one incredible stew. First, we're preparing the meat for the smoker. We chose short ribs for this today because of their incredible beefy flavor and how they fall apart after they're smoked and then braised. These are bone-in short ribs that come from the plate rib. You just want to look for some really good marbling when you're selecting your meat. We're going to season this today with just a little bit of olive oil and salt and pepper, and then we're going to throw them on the smoker. The smoker is set to 250 degrees today, and we're using fruit wood. Place those short ribs on the smoker for 3 hours, or until you start to see the bones start to poke up from the ribs, and you'll see that meat starting to shrink down a little bit. So for the stew, start by adding some diced bacon over medium heat with a little bit of olive oil. You want to stir that until it's nice and crispy, about 6 to 8 minutes. And then remove that bacon and discard the excess bacon grease. Next, add a little bit more olive oil, and then you're going to add some diced onion, celery, and carrots, and you're going to stir that for about 5 minutes just to soften. Next, you're going to add a little bit of garlic and let that stir for about a minute, and then you're going to add in some potatoes. Next, you're going to add some flour. The flour and the starch from the potatoes will help the liquid slightly thicken into a really nice, rich broth. Next, you're going to add that stout beer and increase the heat to medium just to bring that beer to a simmer for about 2 minutes. Then, after the beer has reduced a little bit, you're going to add the beef stock, some Worcestershire sauce, tomato paste. You're going to add back that crispy bacon, and then some thyme and salt and pepper, and then stir to combine. Next, you're going to take those short ribs from the smoker and place them directly into that stew so that the bones are facing up and the meat is resting in that braise. Bring that all to a simmer and then cover, and then continue simmering for an additional hour or until those short ribs are fork tender. Once that happens, you can turn off the heat and you're ready to serve it up. And there you have it, an Irish-inspired short rib stew with a little bit of stout beer. It may seem like a lot of work, but if you love smoking meat, you are going to love this, and so are your guests. Here at Vindulge, we are all about great food, great wine, and great backyard cooking experiences. You can find this recipe and hundreds more over at vindulge.com. Thanks for watching.